There was no official announcement, no paparazzi photos of them holding hands, not a single statement that said, "Yes, we're together." But that's precisely why Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning's names have exploded once again, not because of a confession, but because of a silence too neat to be a coincidence. For years, fans were given only small snippets, fleeting glances, seemingly overlapping schedules, and simple details that kept repeating. At first, they were dismissed as hallucinations. Then they were called coincidences, until finally, too much aligned to ignore. Now, a major question has once again arisen in the fan community. Have Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning been secretly dating for 5 years? There's no single piece of evidence that's explosive, but there's a long trail that's slowly forming a pattern. Zhao Lusi is known as a cheerful, spontaneous, and laughing actress. Liu Yuning is a quieter, more reserved figure who rarely shares personal details. Two polar opposites, yet often seen as complementary by fans. This rumor didn't arise from a single viral moment. It grew slowly, almost imperceptibly. From the same project, from the close timing, from the way they always never explicitly denied it, but also didn't confirm it. Fans began to notice something strange. Whenever their names were linked, the response was always the same. No panic, no defensiveness, just silence. A consistent silence. A silence that lasted for years. Some considered this a management strategy. Others believed it was a form of career protection. But some fans saw something more personal, an unspoken agreement to keep their distance from the spotlight. In Chinese entertainment, secret relationships are nothing new. But keeping rumors alive for 5 years without a single major mistake? That's what surprised many. Too clean. Too controlled. Whenever Zhao Lusi was interviewed about her personal life, her answers always revolved around work and dreams. Liu Yuning was the same. It was as if there was an invisible line they never crossed. Interestingly, fans also noted small moments, song release times, filming schedules, and posts that appeared around the same time. Not flashy, but enough to raise questions. For longtime fans, this wasn't about sensationalism. It's about putting together a puzzle whose pieces have been coming together bit by bit for years. But to this day, there's been no confirmation, no official statement, no clarification. And that's precisely where the power of this rumor persists. Some fans feel, if there's really nothing going on, why not categorically deny it? Why choose silence, even as the rumors keep resurfacing? Of course, all of this remains in the realm of conjecture. Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning have never admitted anything. And without an admission, no truth can be claimed for certain. But in an era when celebrities can easily debunk rumors within hours, 5 years of silence feels different. Perhaps this is just a coincidence concocted by fans' imaginations. Perhaps there's a story deliberately kept under wraps, away from cameras and headlines. What's clear is that this rumor hasn't died. It's simply gone underground, only to resurface, calmer, more mature, and more convincing to those who've been paying attention. Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning continue to move forward with their respective careers, seemingly unperturbed by the behind-the-scenes whispers. And there's one more thing that keeps fans coming back to this story: time. 5 years is no short time in the fast-paced and ever-changing entertainment industry. If these rumors were just smoke without fire, they should have died down long ago. But in fact, they persisted, quietly but consistently. Some fans even called this relationship a silent relationship, not because there was no emotion, but because it was never put on display. There was no need to prove anything to the public. If true, this actually seems like a very mature choice. Every time Zhao Lusi smiles behind the scenes, some fans wonder if there's someone off camera who's the source of her calm. And every time Liu Yuning talks about her life, there's a distinctly different tone than in previous years. No one can point to a single, definitive piece of evidence. But in the fan world, big stories rarely build from a single explosion. They build from small, repeated details until they finally form a complete picture. Interestingly, this rumor never changed direction. It didn't expand to other names. It didn't branch out into new speculation. Over the years, the core remained the same: Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning. This consistency is what stopped many from laughing at it. Some fans chose to remain neutral. They enjoyed both of their work without wanting to take it too far. But even they acknowledged one thing. There was a shared air of caution, as if both knew the boundaries between the two. On the other hand, there were fans who hoped this rumor would never be confirmed. Not because they didn't support it, but because this quiet story felt too beautiful to be ruined by public scrutiny and sensational headlines. Perhaps this is why there are still no answers. Because sometimes, keeping something intact means keeping it anonymous. And until that day comes, if it ever does, the story of Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning will live on as one of the entertainment world's quietest mysteries, a tale never spoken, but one that continues to be believed by those who patiently observe. As time passes, this rumor no longer feels like fresh gossip, but rather like an ever-present backdrop. It slowly emerges in discussions, then fades, only to return when another small piece seems too aligned to be coincidence. Some longtime fans even admit they no longer seek out new evidence. They simply observe, compare, and memorize the small details that have felt familiar over the years. In an industry that demands selective transparency, staying silent is a risky decision. But precisely because the risk is so great, that silence seems all the more deliberate, as if there's something worth protecting. Zhao Lusi continues to thrive as an actress with major projects, while Liu Yuning solidifies her place in the music and acting worlds. Their careers move forward, but these rumors continue to run parallel, never interfering with each other. There's no public drama. There were no sudden clarifications. Everything was steady, almost too orderly for the typically turbulent entertainment world. Some fans have called this relationship, if it exists, a relationship that grew up behind the scenes. It wasn't staged for public consumption, nor was it used as marketing material. Interestingly, each time these rumors resurface, the fan response tends to become calmer. No more excitement, no more defensiveness. It's as if they've made peace with the uncertainty. Because perhaps for some, the truth doesn't always need to be announced. It's enough to feel it, enough to be understood by those who live it. And as long as Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning remain silent, this story will live on. Not as a scandal, but as a silent story that endures because of its own beliefs. And perhaps, if the truth does one day emerge, whatever form it takes, many fans won't say, "I was shocked," but rather, "I suspected it all along." Because sometimes, it's not the most honest confession, but a silence that's too consistent to ignore.